Hi guys, Mark Robinson here, co-founder of Naked Dollars, creator of the new Channel 4 TV show in the UK, Get a House for Free on prime time, #1 best-selling author, award-winning entrepreneur, winner at Atlas Best Restaurants, and a few other things. Now, what I'm going to talk to you about today is how to invest in Naked Dollars, which is the most exciting cryptocurrency in the world, and I will prove that to you in a moment. So, Naked Dollars is the world's first asset-backed cryptocurrency with its own financial ecosystem and its own marketplace of fully owned businesses worth over $100 million. Now, this is very exciting because we've already nearly sold out before we've even launched the ICO. So let me get into why you should be thinking about spending your next dollars on this proposition today. When you're thinking about buying or investing especially, you've got to think about three things that really are going to make that investment really go well for you, give you fantastic returns, but most importantly make it sustainable. So the three things are, number one, the founder and the founder's track record. So what is their track record of success? What have they done before? Which reduces the risk of launching a new venture. So I'll talk about that in a moment. The second thing, the most important thing after this, is the value proposition. That means what's different about Naked Dollars? Why is it different to any other cryptocurrency or ICO out there? What makes it really disrupt the marketplace? So I'm going to share with you in the next few videos what makes Naked Dollars absolutely the ultimate cryptocurrency that is just way ahead of everything else. Okay? Now, the third thing is really the company strength. So how strong is the company behind Naked Dollars? How strong is the technology behind Naked Dollars? How strong are the assets behind Naked Dollars? So these are really important things to consider. Well, let's go back to number one. So let's have a look at the founders. Now, I co-founded Naked Dollars with a very, very good friend of mine, but also, more importantly, a very good business partner who's a genius in what he does. His name is Malvindran Ganesh, and you'll meet him shortly. To give you a bit of background about my track record, go all the way back to the beginning. When I was 2, my mum left my dad. The reason was he was a gambler, spent all the money. And we were homeless, we had nowhere to live, and we had to survive. And, you know, I went to 30 different schools before I was even 10 years old. My mum had to move around the country to find work. It was very, very tough as a child to do that. So one of the first things I did was to help my mum. And it gave me a real passion and fire in life because I had nothing to lose. I literally had nothing. And that made me successful and learn the discipline of success. And the first thing I did as soon as I could was buy my mum a house and buy her a car paid off so she was happy. And what I've been able to do is translate that childhood into making a TV show where I'm actually giving houses to the homeless or the people that really need a leg up to really disrupt the housing world of social housing. Think about it, hardly anyone can afford a house right now. The deposit's too high, you can't get a mortgage hardly, it's crazy. So I've made a new TV show called Get a House for Free with Channel 4 prime time in the UK, 30 million viewers. It's already come out. The response has been absolutely amazing, and the response of that program has given me over 250,000 houses from local authorities to be able to give to the homeless and the poor. So it's an amazing thing that's just going to go bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm also a #1 best-selling author. I've written 2 books. My first book, written in 2008, surpassed all sales of even Malcolm Gladwell's book. It was called Close the Deal, Suddenly Grow Rich. My latest book is called The Financial Freedom Guarantee. It's #1 on Amazon in the financial freedom category, even more sales than Tony Robbins, etc., etc. Now, when you do all these things, of course, you've got to have a track record of success. So I've created many businesses as an entrepreneur, and of course now I am an award-winning entrepreneur because I've made those businesses into a success. And, you know, some of my clients are BMW, Petronas, Reader's Digest, Citibank, you name it. I've sold to these clients from businesses that I've created in my history and track record of success. I've also opened my own restaurant called Naked Restaurant. In fact, Naked Dollars really is the idea from Naked Restaurants. It's a bit of a story, but it's interesting. Naked Restaurant won a fantastic award in the first year, 3 years ago. It won Tatler's Best Restaurant, which is pretty unbelievable because I'm not a restaurateur, but it's just something I wanted to do. I've also done many other things over the years that have been successful. So, yes, I've had failures, but I've been able to learn from those failures. In the last 10 years, my success has been pretty good. Last year, I bought 108 properties, and I bought lots of properties, over the last 10 years. That's what I used to teach, but now property is not my main focus because cryptocurrency is the financial revolution. And if you don't get in now, you're going to regret it for your life, but also the afterlife. So these are the 3 most important things. And in a moment, we're going to show you another video about how the financial ecosystem works for naked dollars, and also how the marketplace works that disrupts the entire cryptocurrency world. See you soon.